Hi guys, it's your girl Lola Loves You, and I'm back with another video. Make sure the notifications on. Just hit that bell if you want to stay, updated on my videos. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, honey bunny. We would love for you to join us. Anyway, today's topic is Whitney Houston's top 5 most embarrassing moments. Well, embarrassing moment number one would have to be Whitney Houston was just signed to well, no, she was already signed to Arista Records, and this was like 1985. This was her second appearance on the Merv Griffin show, and she was performing How Will I Know, and she was dancing and bouncing up and down, and during her whole performance, Whitney Houston left nipple was exposed during the whole performance. And she didn't realize until the end of the song that she was exposed, and she just kept screaming after she performed, "Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me?" But she was laughing and she took it as a good sport. But yeah, that was very embarrassing for her. She even talks about that. That was like one of her most embarrassing moments. Embarrassing moment number two would have to be Whitney Houston was on a French television show, and this was like 1986, probably about 86. So her album was doing great. People knew her name, and it was a guy, a Frenchman, on the television show with her, and he was just very vulgar and just was a creep in my opinion. And he said he wanted to have relations with her, but you know what I'm saying, he said the F word. And it was, oh my gosh, for Whitney, I knew it was embarrassing, and I knew she wanted to probably wild him out on the show, but she couldn't, by being a new black artist. And she handled it with class and dignity, but you could tell it still was like, that was very disrespectful. He disrespected her, and she was embarrassed, but she handled it. She went out on stage, and she performed, and he just looked like a, what I'm saying, her class made him look like a jerk. So he was trying to disrespect her by being an African American female, but her grace and class, outshined it. So that was an excellent part on Whitney Houston, keeping her composure and class. But anybody else like Pay LaBelle or somebody else would have wowed him out, and might would have put their hands on him. But yeah, that was embarrassing moment number two. Embarrassing moment number three would have to be Whitney Houston getting booed at the 1989 Soul Train Music Awards. Whitney Houston, excellent artist, excellent person, but Whitney Houston had a lot of insecurities. And Whitney Houston, in my opinion, with the black community, is just, a lot of black people will put you down if your star shines so bright, because they're not used to a black artist or a person of color being so popular or just being on a certain level. And a lot of artists, they get attacked, like, in my opinion, Megan Thee Stallion. She's an excellent artist right now, and people are trying to attack her. Cardi B, a lot of people, even Beyonce went through things like that. When you get on a really high level, like an iconic level as a black individual, especially a black female, people tend to try to attack you. Any little thing they could find out about you, any little thing they could try to, a sore spot for you, they'll just keep poking on it. And Whitney Houston's sore spot was her connecting with the African American community, because she was a pop artist, and they wanted her to be more of an R&B type. They wanted her to be more like Anita Baker, but that was not what Whitney Houston was. Beyond that. She was a pop artist. She was worldwide, where Anita Baker, in my opinion, is an R&B artist. You understand? She's an excellent artist, don't get me wrong, but Whitney Houston touched so many more people than the R&B music, pop, the whole, Whitney Houston is an icon. So by this time in 1989, a lot of people, and a lot of people like Al Sharpton had, a lot to do with that, telling people, the black audiences, allegedly to boycott Whitney Houston's music. So, a lot of black people at times, do a lot of ignorant things, and they went along with it. And that really embarrassed Whitney Houston, humiliated Whitney Houston. That really, oh my gosh, it really was a low point for Whitney Houston. That was a mean thing to do to Whitney. And I also, that made me think that Whitney Houston, that kind of made her um look at Bobby Brown to get street creds, in my opinion. That made me think that's why she really, you know, was trying to get his attention that night, because she wanted, the street creds. And she knew that if she was messing around with, Bobby Brown, the king of R&B, as she put it, that, it would give her some type of street creds and made people look at her different, in my opinion. But, I believe, that happened that night. It just did a domino effect with her, and her meeting with Bobby Brown, wanting to pursue Bobby Brown, and just trying to get that street creds, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. But that was embarrassing moment number 3. Number 4 would have to be Whitney Houston would perform on the X Factor to promote her album, I Look to You album, and she had this gorgeous silver gown that she wore on the million dollar bill music video, and she wore the gown, and it was gorgeous. And during her performance, I don't know if someone tried to sabotage her or whatever, the band just popped. And it just, I mean, she kept on singing, but she tried to fix it at first, but it wouldn't. She couldn't fix it. She kept on singing, and during the performance, she kind of seemed a little disheveled, a little. But I mean, she didn't let it stop her. But that was embarrassing. I could tell, her trying to make a comeback and trying to stand she's sober, and she's cleaning up her act. That things she looked at, any sign of dishevelness, with the media and public, people want that, oh, she back on drugs, and she did, what I'm saying? So I do believe that was an embarrassing moment for her. Last but not least, the last Whitney Houston, in my opinion, last biggest embarrassing moment was the I Look to You tour. Oh my gosh. I know that tour and the reviews from the tour annihilated Whitney Houston's self esteem as an artist. People walking out on your shows talking about you, and Whitney Houston didn't like people talking about her, especially when they talk bad about her. And I just know that it annihilated her as an artist. It just, I don't know. What I'm saying? For you to be the number one diva in the world and people walking out on your shows, is just like, oh my gosh. And then oh my gosh, the things they were saying about her. So I believe that really embarrassed her. Clive Davis allegedly begged her not to go on that tour, but she needed the money, allegedly. And I really wish she never did that tour. I really wish she did like a one-woman show. She just was not ready for something that big. I mean, she made over, $36 million off the tour, but was it worth it? You understand what I'm saying? Allegedly, that's how much she made from the tour, but was it worth it? Was it worth, going on tour and straining your voice and getting these terrible reviews, and people got all the, this day and age, that day and age, in this day and age, technology is on top, so people could pull that phone out and say, "Here's this how she sound." Back in the day, she could have did a bad show, nobody would have had footage or anything about it to confirm it, but it's all on the internet. So I think that really tore her self-esteem down as an artist. And I don't think she ever, in my opinion, I don't think she ever bounced back as a singer from that review in that tour. So I really believe that really annihilated her as a singer. But those are Whitney Houston's top 5 embarrassing moments. If y'all know any more Whitney Houston embarrassing moments, leave it in comments down below. It's your girl Lola Loves You. I love my honey bunnies. I will have videos out back to back this week. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and thumbs up. Thumbs up, and Let me, I always like interacting with my honey bunnies in the comments. So just leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video and what other videos you'd like to see about Whitney Houston. It's your girl Lola loves you.